Before we go to our news break, a little bit earlier, a caller mentioned he had a house in the $800,000 range, and you mentioned jumbo loans, which would be a loan designed to help somebody get into a house that big with that kind of asking price. I had seen an article about a week or so ago about how jumbo loans are a little tougher to get nowadays. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, anything over 417 is going to be considered a jumbo loan. They're backed by the biggies like Wells Fargo and some of the other Bank of Americas and things like that. The jumbo market has shrunk hugely, and so there's only a few big players out there that are funding those loans. They're much more conservative, and what we're seeing now is that the local banks, the local smaller banks like Independent Bank and Prosperity Bank are stepping up to the plate and filling that gap for those that don't fit quite in the Wells Fargo, Bank of America box. And that, for instance, the one that I sold out in 5 days out near the lake, that was an $800,000 house. The person had gone from salaried to self-employed contract labor 6 months prior to buying this house. Now, that would have been the kiss of death before, because a salary person going self-employed, they need 2 years history. Well, he still funded the loan because a local bank was able to look at it and say, we feel that this guy's strong enough that we're able to go ahead and fund this loan. And it goes back to the old style of underwriting, where you actually have an underwriter looking at it and making a prudent decision. So it's exciting to see that on the higher end we're coming back.
And do they require a higher down payment? What are a couple of the other stipulations there?
This particular one was 20% down. I think the 10% downs are still very difficult. You have to have huge reserves, and 5% down is almost non-existent for jumbo loans. But they're going to come back just like any other mortgage that we swung too far to the left. Now we're going to come back to the right, and we're going to be able to see that loosen up as investors are willing to loan that money out.
Okay, more of your phone calls coming up here on Real Estate Radio with David McMillan on News Radio 590 KLBJ.